Bienvenidos! Welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we are making a recipe that truly defines what simple and delicious food is all about. We're talking chili garlic mushrooms. Now the beauty of this recipe, besides how good the mushrooms are, is how easy it is to put together. There's no tricky techniques or special equipment needed, and it's all done in under 30 minutes, folks. You can serve these mushrooms either as a tapas appetizer or pour them over some pasta for an incredible meal. Either way, the flavors of these mushrooms are going to completely blow you away. Let's begin by grabbing a large fry pan and heating it with a medium-high heat. While the pan is heating, let's start getting the mushrooms ready. I'm going to be using button mushrooms, but you can also use baby portobellas. I'm going to begin by cutting off a little bit from the stem from each mushroom. You don't want to fully remove it, just enough that you can lay those mushrooms flat on their bottom side. That way when we sear them, they evenly sear all around. And once again, you don't want to fully remove that stem as it gives the mushrooms a beautiful texture. Then we'll add the mushrooms into a strainer and give them a quick rinse under some cold running water. And we'll pat the mushrooms completely dry, making sure to remove any of the excess dirt. Now many people say don't wash mushrooms underwater. I agree and disagree with that. I agree that you can't soak them in water, otherwise they're going to start absorbing them. But if you give them a quick rinse, they're not going to absorb any of the water, and it makes it so much easier to remove that excess dirt. Alright, let's move back to the fry pan. As you can see, it's nice and hot. For the next step, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is about 30 milliliters. And instantly add in the mushrooms. We'll give the mushrooms a quick mix, that way they're evenly coated in the olive oil. And then place them all in a single flat layer, stem side up. And we're going to cook the mushrooms like this for 2 minutes without mixing them around. This is going to give them a beautiful crusty sear in the top part of the mushroom. After exactly 2 minutes, I'm going to start flipping the mushrooms to sear the other side. And once again, we're going to go another 2 minutes on the mushrooms without mixing them. Not only is this going to give a crusty sear to the bottom part of the mushrooms, but it's also going to allow for the water content in those mushrooms to come out. That way they're not soggy and they keep their beautiful firm texture. After a total cooking time of 4 minutes on the mushrooms and they have a crusty sear on both sides, I'm going to remove the pan from the heat and transfer the mushrooms into a bowl. Now using the same pan, I'm going to heat it with a low to low medium heat. And once again, add in about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. In the meantime, I'm going to grab 6 cloves of garlic and roughly chop them. Grab 1 red chili, remove the seeds, and finely chop it. The one that I'm using is a Spanish chili, so it's very mild in heat, but you can use whatever red chili you like. And we'll grab a handful of fresh parsley and finely chop it. We want to end up with about 2 tablespoons, which is 8 grams. Then we'll add in our roughly chopped garlic into the pan with the hot olive oil and our finely chopped red chili. And we'll start mixing the garlic and chili around with the olive oil. Very important to mix this continuously, that way the ingredients don't brown too quickly and they all evenly saute. And once again, remember to be on a low to low medium heat here. If you go any higher, it's very easy for that garlic to overcook, which gives it a bitter flavor. After about 1 minute and the garlic is lightly sauteed, I'm going to turn off the heat. Add the mushrooms back into the pan with whatever juices are left in that bowl. And we'll season everything with sea salt, freshly cracked black pepper, and our 2 tablespoons of finely chopped parsley. And we'll mix this together, that way that chili and garlic sauce is evenly coating all the mushrooms. and transfer everything into a serving dish. Check it out, our chili garlic mushrooms are done. Truly one of those recipes where less is more and simplicity meets extraordinary. You saw this, effortless to put together, simple ingredients, and the aromas are absolutely beautiful. Let's give these mushrooms a try and see how they turned out. All right, folks, time for the moment of truth. Let's see how these mushrooms taste. Bravo. First things first is a combination of all that garlic with the red chili, an explosion of so much goodness, and then the mushrooms with the technique we cooked them in have such an incredible texture. You saw this, easy to make, minimal ingredients. Like I told you at the beginning, serve these as a tapas appetizer or pour them in some pasta for an incredible meal. Either way, you're gonna absolutely love these mushrooms. Real quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Bert and Melissa Del Rio, Britt Saunders, Tandy Irvin, Paul Whitfield, Debbie Lee, Maria, Dark Matter, and Catherine Deshays. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. For the rest of you, if you're not with me on Patreon and you'd like to support Spain on a Fork, you'll find my Patreon link in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.